Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to the next installment of this Totalsports and Sports Science Institute of South Africa running strength and conditioning class. Okay, I hope you're keeping well and you had a great weekend. Today's class we're taking it back a little bit after the last few weeks have been a bit more difficult, so it's going to be a bit easier, just focus on more stability than anything else. Okay, so we're going to start off with our mobility routine on the bottom. Okay, grab one knee in towards your chest. Should warm up the hamstrings and lower back after the weekend. So extend your leg out, flex your toes towards your face, and control it out. We're doing 10 per leg. Up as far as you can, flex your toes back and down. Get as much range of motion as you can. Ten sides. From there we're going to straight leg raises, 5 per leg. So keeping your lower back flat. Bring that straight leg all the way up as high as you can, controlling down. Chain sides. Good. Going into our lower back rotations. So bring your one knee across your body, pull that towards the ground with that hand. Reach to the opposite side, the opposite hand, try and keep that shoulder flat. Come back to the middle, other side, pulling the knee over, reaching again to the opposite hand, trying to keep that shoulder flat. Alternating, 5 on each side. And 5. Okay, from there we're going to go into some kick throughs. So knees in towards your chest, kick through and touch your toes. 5 times. Last one. 5. Good. Line on the ground. Heels towards your bum, toes up. Squeeze your core nice and tight, hands across your shoulders. Push through your heels, squeeze your bum up. Control down. Going for 10 reps. It's 8, 2 more. And 10. Good. From there, coming up into a 4-point position. Okay, hands beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Pull your belly button in nice and tight. Squeeze the glutes, extending the one leg back. Extending your opposite arm out. Control down. Change sides. Keep those hips as stable as you can. You're doing 5 on each side. And last one. 5. Good. From there, going up into opposite toe touches. Okay, so top plank position. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core nice and tight. Take your opposite hand to opposite toe. Back into a plank. Opposite hand, opposite toe. Back into a plank. Okay, 5 on each side. Last one. Good. Standing up. Going to a nice wide stance. Toes pointing forward. Push your bum back and down into your one hip. Come back to the middle. Bum back and down to your other hip. Back to the middle. 5 on each side. Good. Standing on your one leg. Okay, push your big toe to the ground, slightly bend the knee going slightly out to the side. Okay, from there, hinge your hips, kick your non-standing leg back, you're reaching slowly forward. From there, pushing through your foot, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, driving up, opposite knee through. Okay, full extension at the top, 5 on each side. Slow and controlled, keeping the hips nice and stable. Good, change sides. Okay, finishing off with 5 regular squats. Feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, chest up, squatting down, driving up. Hips back and down, knees in line with toes. Last one, 5. Okay, from there we're going to go into our first working set. So you're going to need one lightish weight. We're going to start off with a single leg deadlift row combo. Okay, but you can hold the weight in the opposite hand to leg on the floor. Okay, grip into the ground with your big toe, slightly bend your knee. Okay, from there you're going to keep your hips as stable as you can, core tight, lower back straight. Hinge your hips, kick your non-standing leg back. Take the weight down to about the middle of your shin. From there you're going to row up to the side of your chest. Control down, push your foot, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings to drive your hips forward. Okay, that's 1. I'm going to be doing 8 on one leg, 8 on the other. Okay, so slowly hinging back, controlling down, row up, down, squeezing forward. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. 8. Good, change sides. Other hand holding the weight. Opposite foot on the ground, grip through your big toe, knee slightly bent. Try and rotate it slightly out to the side to get the glute firing even more. Hinge at the hips, kick your non-standing leg back, control to the middle of your shin. Row up, control down, squeeze your hips forward. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 2 to go. 7, last one. 8. Good, great job. Okay, using the same weight, we'll be holding it overhead with the one hand. Okay, the opposite leg's going to be stationary. The leg on the same side is going to be moving forward and back. We're going to be doing an overhead pendulum lunge. Okay, focus on just hip stability, nice and straight, not leaning into your back. Just keep your core nice and tight, keep your ribs down to your hips. Okay, so you're going into a forward lunge, sit back into your hips, push back through the front leg, straight into a reverse lunge, back into your hips, back to the middle. Okay, so it's forward and back. Make sure your knee of the moving leg stays directly above the ankle and it's not driving forward. So every time you're sitting back into your hips, giving your glutes to do the work. Okay, so arm overhead, core brace nice and tight, ribs to your hips. Forward step, sit back into your hips, push back, reverse lunge, back into your hips. That's 1. That's 3. Make sure that you pass through full extension on the way between the forward and the reverse, and vice versa. 3 to go. 6. Last one. 8. Good. Change sides. It's 2. 6, 2 more. Last one. 8. Good, great job. Okay, it's 1 set down, we have 1 set left. Nice and easy and controlled, just focusing on stability. Okay, holding the weight in the opposite hand, the leg on the floor. Push through your big toe, slightly bend the knee. Rotate the knee slightly out to the side. Get the glute firing. Hinge your hips, kick your non-standing leg back. Control the weight to invention. Row up, control down. Squeeze your hips forward. 8 per leg. That's 3. Halfway. 6, we've got 2 left. Keep it nice and controlled. Hips nice and stable. Last one. 8. Good. Changing sides. Big toe down, knee slightly bent, rotating slightly to the side. Hinge your hips, kick your non-standing leg back, control down to mid-shin. Row up, control down, squeeze the hips forward. That's 1. Good, with 3 left. Okay, for your last one, nice and controlled. Great work. Okay, back to the pendulum lunge. So weight overhead. Okay, same leg, moving back into a reverse lunge. Sit back into the hips of a standing leg. Drive up through full extension, moving leg coming through. Sit back into your hips, pushing back. That's 1. 2. The core nice and tight, hips nice and stable. 3. 4. Last one. 8. Good, changing sides. That's 2. Keep that core tight, arm locked out, hips nice and stable, knee straight in line with your second toe. Halfway. Going for our last one. Done. Good job. Right, a bit of a break. From there we're going to be going into our second set. Okay, so sumo weighted squat. Sumo meaning a nice wide stance. Try and keep your toes still pointing forward. Okay, and your knees you're going to have to keep driving out to keep them in line with the toes, not caving in relative to your feet. Okay, the sumo stance will bias to the adductors a bit more and the medial quadriceps. Okay, so you need one weight that you're going to hold on the one shoulder. Okay, we're going to do 8 squats with the weight on this side, 8 squats with the weight on the other side, 16 in total. Okay, so wide stance, feet wider than your hips, toes forward, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core nice and tight, weight on the one shoulder, push your hips back and down, keeping your chest up, drive your knees out in line with the toes, standing up. That's 1, 2, 5, 7, last one, 8, change sides, trying to sink as low as you can, pushing your hips back and down into your heels, keep pushing your knees out, they stay nice and straight, tracking towards your toes, 4 to go, and last one, 8. Good, great job. Okay, and then you'll need a small step or ledge of some sorts. Okay, we're doing a 4-way step down reach. Okay, focus being just on knee stability, so keeping your knee nice and straight in line with your second toe. Okay, so you're going to be standing on the edge of your one step. Your 4-way reach is going to be each time pushing your bum back, try and touch your heel in front of you, bum back, reach your toe to the side, bum back, reach diagonally to that one side, and then lastly bum back, reach diagonally behind you, touch and back up. The whole time sitting back into your hips, keeping the knee straight and light your toes, not letting the knee drift to the sides, keeping your big toe down and your heel flat. Okay, that 4-way reach counts as 1, and we're going to be doing 4 on each leg. Okay, so slowly, bum back, touch in front of you, stand back up, bum back, reach to the side, back up, bum back, reaching diagonally to that side, back up, and then diagonally behind, back up. That's 1, slow and controlled. 2, 3 on one left. Make sure you're standing all the way back up between each reach. 4. Good. Great job. Changing sides. Again, standing on the very edge of a step or ledge. Okay. Grip with your big toe down, make sure your knees straight in line with your toes. Push your bum back, reach the opposite heel, touch the ground in front. Bum back, reaching to the side. Bum back, reaching diagonally to that side. And then bum back, reaching diagonally behind. That's 1. 2. 3. Last one. 4. Nice work. Okay, we're going back to our sumo 20 squats. Your 1 more set. Okay, feet nice and wide, toes pointing forward. Weight on your one shoulder. Core braced tight, squeezing the glutes. From there, sit back into your hips, push the knees out in line with the toes. Standing up. That's 1, going for 8 per side. 4. 7, last one. 8, well done. Change sides, keep the toes pointing forward, feet nice and wide, wider than your hips. Core braced, glutes squeezed. Sit back into your hips, driving up. Two to go. 8, well done. Okay, grab your little step or legs nearby. Go into our 4-way reach. Okay, stand on the edge, grip through your big toe. Make sure the knee stays nice and straight and the heel flat. Push your bum back, reach the opposite leg forward, touch the heel. Come back up, hips back, reach to the side, touch with the toes, back up, hips back, reach diagonally to that side, touch, back up, and diagonally behind you, touch, back up. That's 1. 2, halfway. 3 or 1 left. 4. Well done. Changing sides. Okay, again, knee nice and straight, core tight. Sit back into hips, opposite leg touch with the heel in front. Touch the toes to the side, diagonally to that side, and diagonally behind. That's 1. Three or 1 round left. Keep sitting back into the hips. And relax. Good. Great work. Okay, the next set you're going to need a chair or couch or bench of some sorts, as well as 2 light weights or objects like water bottles. Okay, the first one you're going to be lying on the ground. Okay, you want a nice degree bend in your knees. Hips flat, heels on the edge of the chair, couch or bench. Okay, lift your one leg up. What we're going to be doing is a single leg bridge with exchange. So you're going to push through your heels, squeeze the bum up, bring the other foot down onto the edge of the bench, lift the first leg up, and then control down on that second leg. Then still on that second leg, bridge up, the opposite heel down onto the chair bench, first leg up, and control down. Okay, so it's up on the one leg, down on the other leg, up on that leg, down on the first leg. Keep changing, it's going to be 8 per side. So 16 reps in total. Try and keep your hips as stable as you can, not to let them drop as you exchange your legs. That's up, change over, control down. Up, change over, control down. That's 2. 4, 8, we're halfway. Try and keep that core tight, hips nice and stable. Try not to let them fall to either side. Good, that's 12. We've got 2 left. And relax down. Good. Good job. Still using that chair or bench, and then your 2 light objects or weights. We're doing an overhead single leg sit to stand. Okay, so you'll be holding the objects over your head, arms locked out, standing on your one leg as slow as you can, sitting back into your hips, controlling down, standing back up. Okay, so whilst your upper body is completely stationary, asking your legs to do the work, driving through your posterior chain to stand up, and then controlling back into your posterior chain. Okay, it's going to be 8 on each leg. So nice and slow, controlling down. 1. Sitting back into your hips, squeeze through your glutes and hammies, driving up. Make sure the knee of the standing leg is staying nice and straight, in line with your toes. 4, halfway. 6, we've got 2 left. Last one. 8. Good. Give your arms a bit of a break. Right, moving on to the second side. Arms locked out. Try and keep them directly overhead as best you can, not coming forward. Slowly sit back into the hips and drive up. It's 2. 4. 6, you've got 2 left. 7. Last one. 8. Whew, nice work. Okay, one more set of those two. So we're going back to the bridge with exchange at the top. Okay, lying flat. Heels on the edge of the chair, bench or couch. Knees about 90 degrees. Hands across the shoulders. Squeeze the core nice and tight, keeping the hip stable. Push the heel, squeeze the bum up. Change the legs at the top. Control slowly down. That's 1. That's 4. Slow and controlled, focusing on that stability. Good, that's 8, halfway. Four to go. And last one. 16. Nice work, great job. Okay, still using that chair or bench. Grabbing 2 light objects. And going back to our overhead single leg sit to stands. Okay, arms locked out, objects overhead. Keep your core braced nice and tight. Standing on your one leg. Slowly sit back into your hips, controlling down. Push through your heel. Squeeze through your posterior chain, extending your hips forward. Slowly back and down. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 3 to go. 6. 7. Last one. 8. Nice work. Give your arms a break. Okay, moving to the other leg. Again, gripping to your big toe. Arms overhead, core nice and tight. Slowly sit back into your hips, controlling down, driving up, extend your hip. 2. 4. 5. Nice, keep it up. 3 to go. 6. 7. Going for our last one. 8. Well done. Whew. Have a little break. Going on to our last superset. So it'll be just 2 core exercises. Okay, you're going to need a soft ball or a pillow or cushion, anything similar to that you can push from your one hand into your opposite knee, nice and soft. Okay, we're doing a contralateral dead bug. Just going to take your one hand with the ball pillow or cushion, press it firmly into your opposite knee. Okay, both knees are directly above your hips. Your lower back must stay nice and flat, so keep sucking your belly button into your stomach, nice and tight, pushing your lower back down. Okay, tuck your chin in, whilst pushing that ball or pillow into your opposite knee. The free hand and leg are going to slowly extend all the way out, touch the ground, and come back up. Okay, whilst keeping your core as active as you can and lower back completely flat. Okay, resisting going into extension. Alright, so we're doing 12 on each side. Nice and controlled. 1. 4. Keep pushing nice and hard between your hand and your opposite knee. 6. 9, 3 to go. 12. Good. Whew. Okay, change sides. Opposite hand and knee, pressing the ball in between them. Free hand and leg slowly extending out. Touch and up. And last one. 12. Whew, nice work. Okay, place the ball or pillow to the side. Maybe we're going to a bottom plank to Superman. Okay, again, focus on keeping your midline as stable as you can whilst your arms and legs are moving. Okay, so bottom plank, elbows on the ground, directly beneath the shoulders. Okay, knees off the ground, pushing through your heels, squeeze your glutes and your core nice and tight. And then we're going to be extending your opposite arm and leg out. Squeezing the glutes to raise the leg up, hold 1-2 seconds, control down. Other side, control down. Doing 8 per side. That's halfway. Try and keep your body as stable as you can. Keep pushing through the heels. Squeeze your belly button in. Squeeze the glutes. Seven. Last one. And relax. Great job. Okay, one more set of those two and then we're done. Okay, grab a ball or pillow. Push firmly to the opposite knee. And then your free hand and leg. Going to move nice and controlled all the way out, touch the ground and back up. 12 per side, keeping your lower back flat, core nice and tight. It's 5, 9, 3 to go. Good. Changing sides. Again, opposite hand and knee pushing into each other through the ball or pillow. Free hand and leg extending slowly out. Touch the ground and up. Last 2. And 12. Whew. Right, going to our last exercise for today. Bottom plank to Superman. Okay, so elbows beneath the shoulders. Knees off the ground, push through your heels, squeeze your glutes. Pull your belly button in nice and tight. Leg extending opposite arm and leg out. Hold briefly, control down. Alternating sides, 8 per side. It's halfway. And last one, 8. Great job. Okay, I'm going to finish off with a brief stretch. Okay, we'll start off in a pigeon pose. So bring your one leg forward. Try and have as close to 90-degree angle between that knee and your foot as you can. Push your bum back and down. Chest over, take your opposite hand across and reach. Good, change sides. Okay, coming up. Take your one leg forward, straighten the leg, toes up. Hinge your chest over, stretching out that front hamstring. Okay, bend that knee, push hips forward. Take the same hand up as your back leg and reach to the side of the front leg. Keep pushing that back leg into the ground and your hips forward, squeezing your bum. Slowly relax, change side, other leg forward, straighten the leg, toes up, hinge your chest over. Slowly relax, bend that knee, push the hips forward, push your back leg into the ground, reach the same hand up as your back leg and lean to the side of the front leg. Slowly relax. Then going up into downward dog. Push your heels towards the ground. Head through your shoulders, actively pushing the ground away. Slowly relax, knees to the ground, feet together. Reach your hands forward and push your bum back towards your heels. Good, coming out. And we're done. Alright, thanks very much everyone for joining today. Hope you have a great week ahead. And please join for upcoming Totalsports sessions, same time, same place, for the remainder of the week. See you next week.